Hello and welcome back to another RTK cast. I will be casting today. I'm Openwear Black, and today I'm casting a game between our own Renataki. Go down and check out his YouTube channel, and Jack. So we've got Ogres for Jack, Skaven for Ren. Let's take a quick look at the armies. 4 Gorgers, unusual here. Bit of a weird choice given they have armor piercing, and that's not going to be seen much on a Skaven. But a Vanguard does help cap points early. I'd like to see him probably spread out so he gets more points, but it's a very interesting start. Paymaster, really nice buff piece. Pigback Riders, Noblars with Slingers. Good bit of cheap shooting here. Punish Skaven, not sure again how to get much value because Skaven are cheap anyway, but we'll see. And a Heaven's Butcher with the Comet. Clearly expecting some Storm Vermin. Weird not to see Windblast here. I thought you'd have quite liked it just in case you just see Horde. But let's have a look at the army from Ren. Fraught is excellent here, and her large duelist. Summon, and her large aura item. Really good choice. Tough as well, so you're not going to snipe by like a Spirit Leeching Lord from the Ogres. Rat Ogres, good mass. Then lots of cheap sticks to catch the Skaven on. With Natty Bubos just to shoot some high priority targets, which to be fair, there are not many of in this Ogres army. Pebbles in the back. Skaven save things are really good here with unarmored ogres. So let's get into this one. So, see Gorgers cap the points early. This is a very narrow map, so the points definitely come in a lot quicker than in other games. And it's a lot harder to hold points because they're in the line. See both players posturing. Ren really wants to hold this nice open channel here to make the most of his bubos, his slings, and keep his formation in check. Although the ogres will struggle in this forest. And keeping his mass lives can be very important just to help stop them pushing through and make use of his spears to be able to do lots of good damage. Snatty was starting to fight early. This is actually probably a really bad target for them, just because the Noblar Flings are so cheap that their shots might not be actually achieving any value compared to how much their shots actually cost them to fire. So both players just posturing up, Ren capping both points as expected, and trying to really contest away this one. The Ogres don't have much agency to really play aggressive with just an army of Noblars and Pebbles. So this is really nice because Ren can see the telegraph player moving forward. So, Pigback Riders coming up to here. There'll be a good job of screening with Rat Ogres because of the anti-large and a really good unit otherwise. And we have Gorgers still waiting in trees. I'd like to see actually them scattered around a bit more just to be able to spread the threat. Because they're quite in a concentrated mass here, it's quite easy for Ren to manage. So, Pebbles just wearing away. So this is going to be doing no value. There's also nothing for nothing here. But it will be quite nice when they come to the main engagement because there'll be a nice leadership penalty. But it's very similar from both sides. They both have their slings, they both have their cheap chaff. But Ren's wider arm here should let him envelop around the flank. Really collapse the Ogre's position. So Pigback Riders coming up. They should trade okay into the Skaven infantry, but not amazing. Oh, and a big Storm Vermin Halberd. These guys, if unchecked, no lead belches here, will do really nice work into the Ogre army. So, Gorgers come in here. Fighting on spears won't be great for them, but with the Pigback Rider support it should be okay. Oh, and I forgot to mention a caster is a Summons caster, just to keep the Ogres off you. And a Plague caster, just to breathe down the line. Clear away the cheap chaff to expose the Ogres to fight on your spears alone. That's a nice breath there. So because there's such a concentration of mass, Ren is able to isolate it by sending all of his Ogres in to help deal. But it's probably hard to hit a bit, and I really want to get the Clan Rat spears to help. And that's a big buff from the Paymaster coming down. That will really help the Ogres carve through these Skaven. There's still good damage on. They do heal over Gorgers, so if they rout and if they like survive, they will get back up to full. Oh, they don't heal. That's. Oh, I always get them confused. They always feel like I should heal. As seen, the Skaven slaves are able to hop onto these slingers. But this is a bit of a miss from Ren because all these units. He's actually taking quite a solo fight with the Noblars, who are able to break through these Skaven slaves. Too many S's. Oof! Big comet on a Clan Rat spear, so not that effective in the end. But it is isolated and managed to kill both Rat Ogres, which is really nice. And we see a mutant rat ogre. Really nice SE hunter. Good for catching a paymaster, we can catch him or the caster. It's very interesting. So with the slingers peppering away, Jack has actually been able to really nicely screen out the Skaven player and cap 2 points. But yeah, so just clan rats soaking on here. Ren should have been doing this a lot earlier to put pressure. Natty is uncontested, but because they've been firing such cheap units, they haven't really got value. But if they can use all their shots and be unsummoned, they'll definitely pay for themselves. It's Goldfax Man-Eaters, big unit, absolute blender of infantry. They should really clear this flank, but if you get the pebbles and the natty buos, they'll be folded fairly straightforward. So he really wants to be getting a rat ogre here to help screen for Ren. Just clearing up Noblars of Frauds. This blood fight's still going on, and what's this? That is a Storm Vermin Halberd. Oof. That is a nasty spell. Look at the damage it did to the Rat Ogre, Storm Vermin, and the Skaven Slave. Really breaking some of that fight. And this is a swarm of vultures here. They'll really benefit from the buff of all these units dying. All chasing, all feasting. I'd like to see them try and compromise some of these slingers here. Especially try and compromise the Natty Bubos, but starting to look very good for Ren here. He's really taken over the control of the battlefield. Eshin Man-Eater. Very interesting choice here from Jack. Not what I'd have expected. But he's definitely been forced back. This is where the width for Skaven able to just hunt down these rogue flingers. With pigback riders coming to try and clean up. This will be really bad for Ren. Although the Natty Bubos don't have much value left in their shooting, because they've run low on ammo. They're still 600 gold if you unsummon, so this can be a really nice swing for the gold fags. Noblar's been able to get back here. And another big buff from the Paymaster. Oh, this is going to be very bad for the Ogre player. If Jack loses Lord, this is pretty much game over. Frog come in. Just can't connect with the Paymaster. Luckily for him, the birdies coming in. Slow on Frog, and the Paymaster's just going to scurry away. Gorgers is somehow still grinding. They're taking up actually a lot of fire from the Skaven, and this is actually creating a bit of space for Jack to wrest control. But oh no. Spears. Mutant Rat Ogre, could this be game over? This is very scary for Jack here. Where the Eshin Man-Eater does come in. Dominating the fight there. Birdies come support. Looks like he just gets the Paymaster out of there. Bottom side, this was flipped by Skaven. Sorry I missed that. But the Skaven the pebbles from Noblar should be able to help clean this one up. It's back. Skaven have overextended slightly and are being picked up by the pigbacks. But a very good unit. Very good stats. Ogre's doing well here. While Goldfags are pressing to the backline, they are now beginning to do this weird thing of the Skaven are being forced back. It is separating them out for the birdies to clear up. And to be able to recap points. More balls coming through. This gameplay is looking low on mass. He definitely needs some more Rat Ogres here just to stop these units really running rampant over his very squishy infantry. We'll just get knocked over. Look at this. Eshin Man-Eater going to work with a Paymaster, really slicing through. Man-Eater going on a hunt here. Stealthy Rat himself. Points still very even, still a lot of gain left, so not much to worry about here. All the pigbacks and Noblars able to win back here, and there's actually very little infantry left. We've got some Night Runners, we're very good skirmish, we've got 2 spears. But Ren is really running low on that critical mass he had earlier that helped him really control and swarm the battlefield. Especially as these Clan Rat spears and Skaven slaves are really being spread out. Oof, Eshin Man-Eater going in again. Whipping out his Weeping Blades and slicing through that Plague Priest. Really effective from him. Paymaster doing a fine job and looks like he's taking a heal from the army ability. More balls here. Ren definitely needs a lot more mass out here. But still looking okay, still got lots of units. And his cheap shooting should do really nicely. Eshin Man-Eater doing a nice job here, tanking up and should let the Blood Vultures countercharge. Should have a lot of buffs by now. So we've actually got really nice stats here. Just jumping on and breaking apart the Wolf Rats, that's really nice. While Balls help clean up. And all of a sudden, how the tides have turned. And suddenly Ren is looking really much on the back foot here. Needs some more mass to deal with all these ogre balls that are storming through. He has one rat ogre right now. He definitely needs a second. Mutant rat ogre does rally, which is really nice for him. Birdie's overextend here from Jack, so it's not brilliant. But he does have this nice little ball of a Eshin Manita still alive. And he's racked up the value so far. Oh, and that's a big, really crucial there. Picking off the last rat ogre. And Ren really needs more outs. Spear's coming back online for Ren. Really nice to go into the slate game. We see more mass out. And Sabertusk pack should be really good at dealing with the Skaven mobility. This is really bad for Jack. He does need to get these forward. Because that's 1,000 gold fighting a Router's Clan Rat Spear. So not a good trade there. Well, Ogre Ball's grinding nicely here. Really stepping a punch down. Eshin Manita's just going to town. What a performance from this guy. If this is close. Can Frog get the final kill? Eshin Manita slow comes down. Paymaster's running. Waddling away. Frog can get the kill here. This could flip the game back to Ren. See Sabertusk cleaning up the Skaven mobility. Can he escape? We've got Pigbacks coming through. Pigbacks are really nice here. They should be able to just stop it, and with the balls collapsing on either side. Frot is not be able to catch onto the Paymaster. Well, the Manita does kill the Mutant Rat Ogre. That's a really nice pick there from Jack. Definitely needs spear support here for Frot to help. Spears and cheap shooting should throw it okay. Manita's still grinding nicely though. Does cause fear, which will be good. And the Mutant Rat Ogre surely routed. Good cleanup here from the balls. We've got more Gorgers and Crows keeping up to this back point. This is really nice collapse here. Completely catch up all of the pew of the Skaven. All the pebbles going down here. And this has been completely flipped again by Jack. The moment where he looked like he might get the Lord has disappeared for Ren. It looks like he's severely on a back foot now. He's now run on to a critical mass of ogres here that can just bully through the few spears Ren has left. This is a really good result for Jack here, and I think, unless he can somehow get the Lord up, probably has it. Sabertusks managed to trade here. They'll trade okay until the Wolf Rats, and this Death Ball is just doing a really nice job. For Maneater, can he learn from his rat friend to stab a fellow Lord of 13 in the back? Snickich has probably been teaching him some sword fighting skills. Oh, and he just falls over. Blood fight going very well for the Ogres. Looks very nice. Oh no, this is bad. Can he survive? If he routes it, that could be really nasty. These Wolf Rats are tattered. Oh, and that's massive. What a timely heal from Jack there from the army ability. Just keeps his Paymaster alive. Really takes away. Still a lot of balls, but they are. Yet again, it's swinging back here. But massive spears is beginning to really wear through the Ogre balls. Being isolated. Well, there are lots more coming in. This to be fair looks like it's going to be a big collapse that hopefully for Jack will just break away all the spears. Low leadership. Frod is taking a beating here. He's got very low leadership, Frod, which is one of his big weaknesses. So he's got to be careful because he could just run out here. Maneater, Weeping Blades come in. Pebbles in the back. Look at the cool ninja fighting his way. Have a good shot. And more balls come in. This is really dangerous for Frot here. Critical Mass just cleans up the back here with the balls, Sabertusk and Pigback Riders. Ren doing his best to scrap here. This looks very much over. And it looks like the Eshin Maneater has completely stabbed its way through and managed to pick off Frot. What a performance from this guy. 1700. He really came in really helpful at the game there. So I will say, if you like our content, please do like and subscribe. It does massively help us out. And now let's look at the values. Frot did okay. Just couldn't carry it in the end. Where the Priest did okay breaths. And then he did end up getting hunted down by the Maneater. But personally, I'd have really liked to see just a Grey Seer. That's what I'd have probably taken here. But it's okay choice. and possibly needed a Flensing Rune so a Warlock Engineer instead to punish the blobs, but it's a solid choice from Ren. Spears with sticks, good into Ogres. Ogres do not like cheap sticks. Lots of sticks did okay. Didn't get the best value because Jack's build didn't actually have many units and that blob negated him able to use the wide number of sticks. Amiibos did okay. Probably didn't contribute enough, but it's all solid. And the Ogres didn't do amazingly, but they definitely needed. So we wouldn't change that there. Moving on to its reserves. More cheap sticks did okay. Saw Vermin were fine given they got nuked. That sort of risk of bringing them. And cheap pebbles always amazing. Night Runners okay. Dogs did solid. Rat Ogres did okay. Mutant Rat Ogre, he really struggled to get the value. Didn't manage to catch his lord. And this build really, Jack's build really was weird with having very little units for him to actually engage with all of his spears. Having this big blob of Gorgers, which was really nice. And they took the buffs of a Paymaster obviously very well. To Jack's army, Paymaster, the value piece, so it doesn't matter. And 1300 on the caster isn't bad. So we move down. Noblars all did solid, especially given how cheap they are. They did better absorbing. And all the pebbles actually did quite well in their value given what they were shooting, and they had a lot larger impact than just breaking through the Skaven front line. Gorgers did actually quite solidly given they were fighting cheap spears. And that blob really was actually quite good. Really forced Skaven to overcommit and allowed the comets to come in. Pigbacks, okay again, but the Bulls did a really nice job cleaning up. And an MVP Maneater, really nice. Golfags looks like it did really well, but it got 1200 off an Amiibos, so for me I think more balls there would have been even more better for Jack, but in day, he did win it, so I can't complain. The birdies did okay. Looks like he sort of forgot to summon anything for a while, and he had this massive flock come out. But overall, nice to play from Jack, well played to both, and I'll see you in the next cast.